All right, here's my Yang story. So, I became interested in the concept of UBI a couple years ago. I come from a pretty conservative background, so when I first heard about it, the concept sounded crazy. But the more I looked into it, the more intriguing it became. And in February of this year, my little brother, he came up to me. He's 16 years old, by the way. He came up to me and asked if I had seen the Joe Rogan podcast that he did with Andrew Yang. And I said, no, I had never heard of Andrew Yang. But that night, I watched it twice and I donated to the campaign. It was the first time I had ever donated to a campaign. During that discussion that Andrew Yang has with Joe Rogan, they go so far beyond UBI. They talk about the education system, they talk about the rise of suicides and drug overdose and automation, and things that we should be talking about on a macro level, but we're just not. And up until that point, I had become very disengaged with politics. I fell into the trap that I think a lot of us do, which is thinking things will just work themselves out. And things don't just work themselves out. It takes a lot of people coming together to make those changes and to make the world a better place. One of my favorite things about this campaign is finding common ground with people who I thought I was so different from. And he's unifying, and we need that. There's a reason why he's pulling progressives and conservatives and libertarians, and it's because he's so laser focused on solving the problems. During the last debate, CNN's debate, Anderson Cooper did a post-debate interview with Andrew Yang. And towards the end of that interview, Van Jones, he kind of cut in and he said something that stuck with me. And he was complimenting Andrew Yang. He said, if you get the right answer to the wrong question, you still lose. And Andrew Yang is the only one who's asking the right questions. I think people are ready for an outsider to take on the system. I think people are ready for someone who is real and authentic and that they can connect with. And I think people are ready for someone who's going to tell them the truth. So that's why I'm Yang Gang. If you haven't, please invest 2 hours of your time to look up one of the long form interviews he's done. There's one with Dave Rubin, one with Ben Shapiro, one with H3, one with Joe Rogan. My favorite one is with Joe Rogan. And I've been so enjoying watching all of your guys' Yang stories, so keep it up.